when we look at this reality around us, we know there's different angles. That's not a problem with the truth. It seems to change depending on how you look at it, what you're looking at, from what angle, who is looking. And so that's not what we're after. We want to find that one absolute truth, which doesn't change. And that definition of truth as that which doesn't change is a very essential part of Advaita philosophy. But it's not because it's a philosophy that we cannot easily understand it as true. Because, of course, that which changes is an illusion. That which appears to be there, and then again disappears, well, it was maybe relatively true at the time when it was there, but not absolutely true, otherwise it wouldn't have disappeared. Like if I say, I'm 32, and then a little later maybe I'll say, I'm 46, and then even a bit later I'll say, well, I'm actually 65. That's the truth. If it keeps changing all the time, I'm just telling lies. So truth is that which never changes. We'll hold that in front of us as our beacon, as our way to find out what is true and what is not true. And let's be clear, no? This whole world which we see might be a dream. No? I'm not saying it is, but it might be. And why can we say that? Well, quite simply. In a dream, we also believe that what we see there is true. It's only afterwards, when we wake up, we say, oh, that monster chasing me was just a dream. But when the monster was chasing us in the dream, we found it was true. So, maybe we will wake up from this dream when we go to sleep. So, a little difficult, no? Then to find that which is not changing. It's actually only one thing we can find. The one thing we can say which will always be true is, there's a me, and I'm having some sort of experience. And you probably all can say the same for yourselves, but for me, you are just part of my experience, so I don't even really know if you're just a dream or, reality. But that one thing I can't avoid. I'm there, here, somewhere, somehow. I have some kind of existence, and I have some experiences. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at this me and those experiences, and we'll start with the experiences. That's maybe most easy. Well, let's take an example. We have here a bell, which is now part of our experience. And when we see this bell, it immediately becomes apparent that our experiences of it happen entirely through our senses. We have 5 senses only. And so I can see it, I can hear it, I can taste it. Doesn't taste like much. I can feel it. It feels rather cold. and I can smell it. And also there not so much input. That's it. I mean, my experience of this bell depends entirely on my five senses. So, if we want to understand our experience, we have to understand our senses. See how real they are. How good is our apparatus for having all these experiences. And then we encounter a really large number of problems, of faults in our system. Let's take sight, for example. We see this bell and we don't really see this bell. What we see is the light that is reflected on the bell in my eye. That's what I see, and not really the bell. Like if I take another thing which has more color than a silver bell, and this is like a blue lighter, then the reason why I believe this is a blue lighter is because it reflects blue light. All the other colors of the white light that is falling on it, it absorbs. The only one color it doesn't want is blue, and that it reflects. So I'm saying this lighter is blue, where this lighter is doing its utmost best not to be blue. It's repulsing all the blue light. So, okay, little difficult, this sight thing, and scientifically I also know that this object, which looks very solid, isn't solid at all. I mean, technically speaking, of course, it is solid, but technically speaking also it consists of many atoms, and in between those atoms there's a lot of empty space, but by magnetism and things like that, it still keeps together pretty well. And if I then look into each one of these atoms, then I find even a lot more empty space. If an atom is big like this, then I don't really know exactly, but the center of it, the more tangible part of it is maybe big like the tip of my little finger. I have no idea, but very small. And then there's still some much smaller particles flying around it. They're called electrons. We don't really even know if they're particles or they're just light, energy kind of things. Anyhow, a lot of empty space. This thing which I see as solid is largely made out of empty space, little stuff in between. So we don't really see very well, right? I mean, like a cat could easily see the temperature of this bell from far away, because it can see infrared light, and infrared light is like a light emitted by everything according to its temperature, according to its heat. It's a heat ray. And I can't see that. I can feel how hot or cold it is, but if I put it there and look at it, it's, I can't see that. So I'm pretty blind in that respect.